Hello, fam. Welcome. So, was the kind of son any parent would boast about. He was brilliant, respectful, and hardworking. After years of burning the midnight oil, he graduated top of the class from the prestigious University of Nigeria, Nsukka, earning a degree in microbiology. His family danced with joy. His neighbors pointed at him with admiration, saying, "This boy will make us proud." Fresh from his success, Tom moved on to his NYSC, a mandatory youth service that all Nigerian graduates must complete. He served diligently in a small town in Ekiti State, dreaming, planning, sketching out a future as vast as the African sky. But life, as it often does, had its own plans. When Toure returned home, certificate in hand, the reality of Nigeria's harsh economy slapped him awake. Day after day, he dressed up in his neatly ironed shirt, clutching his worn-out file of CVs, knocking on company gates in Makurdi, Abuja, and Lagos. "We'll get back to you," they said, but the calls never came. Weeks turned to months, and hope turned to frustration. At home, his father, a retired school teacher, and his mother, a petty trader, tried to hide their worry. "Don't give up," they told him. "Your time will come." Toe smiled, but inside, fear grew like a weed. One night, under the flickering light bulb in his small room, Toe made a decision that would change his life forever. "If the doors won't open here," he whispered to himself, "I'll find a new door." He began researching. He searched for scholarships for master's programs abroad, especially in the United States. The process was brutal. Application fees, endless essays, letters of recommendation, language tests. He would sit for hours in the noisy cyber cafe in town, the old computer fan humming loudly as he filled out form after form. Rejections flooded his email box like dark clouds. But Toe was stubborn. He believed fiercely that something better was out there for him. And then one afternoon, as he refreshed his inbox for the 100th time, he saw it. "Congratulations, you have been awarded a fully funded scholarship to pursue your master's degree in public health in the University of Minnesota." Toe stared at the screen, mouth open, heart thundering. It was real. His parents cried out when he told them. His friends lifted him on their shoulders. The village elders called a small gathering in his honor. The boy who had no connections, no rich uncles, had punched a hole through the clouds and touched the stars. The airport in Lagos was a blur of tears and hugs. His mother pressed a small Bible into his hands. His father clapped his shoulder firmly. "Never forget who you are," he said. Toe boarded the plane, staring out the window as the land of his birth shrank beneath him. He was excited, terrified, hopeful, all at once. The air was cold. The buildings were tall. The people walked fast, eyes glued to their phones. Toe battled culture shock in the first few months. He missed the smell of roasting corn by the roadside. He missed hearing pidgin English arguments at the market. He missed the laughter of his little cousins, but he adapted quickly. His professors were impressed by his work ethic. His classmates admired his sharp mind. He found a part-time job at the university library, stacking books, helping students find their way around the endless rows of shelves. The pay wasn't much, but it was dollars. And to Toe, that meant he could give back. So he started sending money home. First $100 a month, then $200. His parents were thrilled. God has blessed us through you, his mother would say on their WhatsApp calls, her voice thick with emotion. At first, it was pure gratitude. But soon, the tone began to shift. Toe, your father needs a new generator. The old one is broken. Toe, your uncle's child needs school fees. Toe, we need to fix the leaking roof. And Toe, who loved his family more than anything, always said yes. He worked extra shifts at the library, sometimes sacrificing sleep, just to be able to send a few extra dollars home. His classmates went skiing during the winter break. Toe worked overtime. They bought new iPhones. Toe wired money to Nigeria. Yet, inside, a small voice whispered, "Be careful." He silenced it. Family was family after all. As the months turned into years, Toe built a life in America. He learned how to drive in the snow. He discovered the simple joys of a hot cup of coffee on a cold morning. He made friends, a tight group of international students who became his second family. But no matter how far he went, Nigeria, his home, always tugged at his heart. When he finally graduated, mortarboard on his head, beaming in his graduation robe, he knew he had fulfilled the promise, not just to himself, but to everyone who believed in him. With his new degree, Toe landed a job at a respected healthcare firm. The salary was good, very good. And with that came bigger expectations from home. Now his younger brother, Ondufa, approached him with a grand plan. Toe, you should own land here. Let's start building a house for you. It will be ready when you get back. It made sense. Toe dreamt of having a home in Nigeria someday, a place he could retire to. Without much hesitation, he agreed. He sent thousands of dollars in installments, first for the land, then for the foundation, then for building materials. Each time, Ondufa assured him, "Don't worry, bro. Everything is moving fine. Just send a little more." Photos were promised, but rarely delivered. Excuses stacked up like sandbags. Toe felt a knot forming in his stomach. Something wasn't right. But again, he silenced his doubts. Family would never betray me, he thought. The money he sent for the land and the house wasn't just a favor to him. It was a duty. Each dollar sent felt like an investment into his roots, his identity. He worked overtime when necessary, skipped vacations just to meet their growing demands because they were family. And family comes first, right? The cracks began to show. Month after month, Toe asked for updates on the house. How far now? Send me pictures now, make I see. Ondufa had an answer ready all the time. The land agent don't travel. The builder lost his phone. And my camera is spoiled. Excuses. Smooth, natural, and rehearsed. At first, To wanted to believe, but deep down an unease began to grow, curling around his heart like a smoke in a closed room. His friends in America, those who had heard similar stories, began to whisper their concerns. Bro, be careful. Make sure say dem no dey run you street. To laughed it off. My own family? Impossible. But trust once cracked never truly heals. One cold evening, sitting by his apartment window, staring at the falling snow, Tom made a decision. He booked a flight, secretly. No fanfare, no announcement. He told no one back home, not even his parents. If there's a house, he thought, I'll see it with my own eyes. If there's a land, I'll stand on it. And if there wasn't, well, the air hit him the moment he stepped out of the airport. Hot, humid, familiar. The smells, the sounds, they almost brought tears to his eyes. He hired a cab and went straight to the village. No calls, no warning. When he arrived at his parents' house, their shock was almost comical. To, you didn't tell us you were coming, his mother cried, hugging him tightly. To smiled. I just wanted to surprise you, he said. And oh, surprise them he did. The next day, To asked to visit the land. He wanted to see the house in progress, the foundation, anything. Ondufa stammered, scratched his head, looked everywhere but at those eyes. Bro, you know, the land, the papers, they are still with the agents and the builder. You know now, you know how things work in Nigeria, so slow. To's jaw tightened. No wahala. Take me there, let me see. Hours passed. Excuses piled up. Finally, Ondufa broke. Bro, I swear, I used some of the money. Things have been so hard at the hustle. Please understand. You used some of the money. To's head spun. What about the land? How about the house? Everywhere was silent. There was no land, no house, no builder, no agent, nothing. The thousands of dollars he had sacrificed and sweated for had evaporated, blown on useless spending, bad deals, and pure selfishness. And the worst part, they weren't even sorry. His father shrugged, and his mother said, At least we are alive. Ondufa laughed nervously and said, You self, you get money now, no be small thing. It hit To harder than a punch. Their entitlement was a knife twisting inside him. It was betrayal without shame. That night, To sat alone in his old childhood room, staring at the cracked ceiling. The walls seemed so close to him. He thought about the extra shifts he had taken, the cold nights he had walked home from work just to save Uber money, the sacrifices, all for nothing. He realized something bitter and raw. He had loved them more than they had loved him. By morning, To's heart had hardened. No arguments, no shouting matches. He simply left. But before flying back to America, he made one final stop. He walked into a reputable real estate company in Abuja. He asked about ready to buy houses. No middlemen, no family involvement. He found a beautiful small bungalow in a secure estate. Paid the deposits, signed the documents himself. And when he returned to America, he completed the payments, penny by penny, all from his own sweat. The house was his, safe, secure, untouchable. From that day on, to stop sending money home. Not a dollar, not a cent. The calls came, the guilt trips, the manipulation. So you have changed though. You are forgetting your people. Ha. So money is sweet for America, Abi. He blocked their numbers. He built new walls around his heart. Not one of hatred, but out of self-preservation. He still loved them, but love, he realized, does not mean sacrificing yourself for people who only know how to take. To thrived in America, promotions came, new friendships blossomed, peace, deep, deep golden peace settled over his life. He would visit Nigeria again someday, but this time he would stay in his own house, built with his own hands, protected by his own wisdom. He learned that not all family is loyal, not all love is pure, and sometimes to protect our light, we must walk away from those who only bring darkness. And that, my friend, is the end of this story. I hope you did enjoy. Kindly let me know in the comment section what part of the story you enjoyed the most. Until I come your way again next time with another interesting story. Bye.